Hello, welcome everybody. More interviews for you from our incredible authors, co-authors of the brand new book from the Superwoman Connection, Power. This book is a collaborative piece from women around the world, from all different walks of life, with all different stories, amazing stories of victory and power and strength and overcoming obstacles and, just really seizing their own personal power. And that's why we called it Power. So I'm really excited. My name's Layla Black. I'm the founder of the Superwoman Connection and have been creating this community of amazing women. And it's so cool that, now we have an opportunity to share these stories in a book form with so many women out there right now that haven't had the chance to meet the Superwoman Connection. So this is our first. We are going to be creating series with different sort of topics and different sort of messages. So you actually can have a chance to be featured in one of our upcoming books, which is a really cool incentive for you to get plugged in. But here we have an amazing woman who I've seen go through some serious transformation and some personal growth and, just really getting in touch with who she is and what's important to her and what makes her happy and following that. And, just total hats off to her, and have been one of her biggest supporters in her corner on this journey that she's taken on her own personal road to power. So Alicia, come on out here and share a little bit about who you are and your journey so far with the Superwoman Connection.
Sure. It's been a fun journey. I love connecting with the women. It's been like so long, like I don't remember exactly like when we connected or when the Superwoman exactly started, because seemed like it'd be about 4 years ago or something. I don't know. So it's been quite a while, and we've been on quite a journey between there. I mean, so much growth has happened between then. So when the Superwoman to be, I was in Texas. So Layla always remembered me. I am a Texan girl, and I grew up in Texas, and my home is in Texas. So that's where we started, where I came from, I guess. And so I really don't recognize life other than Texas. But I've lived in several other places. Before I was in Texas, I went to college in Florida, and then we moved to finished my degree in Western Kentucky, so I was in Kentucky and saw snow for the first time there. and then went down to Alabama, then went over to Georgia, and then that's in Texas where I think the Superwomen finally connected. So I have lived several places, and while I was in Texas, it was finally that transformation. I moved all these different places. When I was in my how long was I married? I was married about 14 years, and that was that relationship had gone through so that it was just, I was just degrading myself. I couldn't really figure out who I was because I was always with him and following different things he was doing, and finally, becoming myself and figuring that out from that relationship was really challenging. And I know a lot of women go through that. They're in their husband's relationship. They're taking care of the home, and you're finding your own voice, what you should do. So I was definitely in that role, and I was in a preacher's wife role, and which I didn't really realize that role until after I was married, when I never thought I'd be a preacher's wife. So I was in several different roles, and I really didn't feel like I fit them. And my mom was like, "Yeah, you're not a preacher's wife." And so I was in this role in Texas, and in a small community, and I was always trying to be in the public. I was involved in the chamber, and had a really that I was looking up for, and I had everything seemed perfect, kind of around you, right? And you're in this place okay, this is not me. I am not this perfect role. I am not in this place. And how do you change that? And that was where the Superwoman really helped me find out, where are other women like me in the you know, in that place, and how do they become their own voice and standing out like that. So they really gave me a lot of confidence sharing their stories of what a lot of people have been through, how they go through some different changes, because I definitely needed change and didn't know how to get out of that perfect kind of role that I was placed in, and that was tough. That was a challenging relationship. I remember, I think, just going down to Houston to that first Inner Power, and then after that was just like, I've got to do this. I think I met you personally there, and made a lot of relationships at that. So that was when I like, this is the decision, and you guys got to help me. Like, they didn't know what I was going through the weekend, but I left. Like, they didn't know I was going through that right then. And it took me like, I don't know how many months, like 6 months to find a lawyer. I mean, it was just crazy after that, you know, trying to go through the changes. So going through those changes, I like gravitated to the Superwomen. They were the ones that I had a home base I could come back to and relate to, and everything. Well, I'm on a conference, Bailey. So we got the mommy at home here working.
Oh, I know that well.
So she's perfectly happy over there, just not.
At least you don't have to like whip out the boobs during your hangouts,
Yeah,
right?
it's not the boobs, but it might be the whip. Whatever's gonna work. So,
mommies do what they got to do, right?
yeah, and I remember, I mean, I started when she was a baby back in Georgia, you know, moving the mouse with one hand and switching, you know, and on the conference calls while she's crying, you know, putting the earphones in, like, I'm listening to you, dear. You know, I was like, I did it all there too. So it's having that home base. I think what that people will learn that community that they can go and feel comfortable into, and what people will learn will be that confidence that will come out that someone did go through a really challenging time in their life, and they can, you know, empathize with you or even give you some sympathy if they haven't, and realize that you have to figure it out yourself, and realizing that I have to give my daughter, you know, that confidence that she's going to have to figure some stuff out your own, and you can't do that for them. You know, like the baby's teething and you feel so sorry for them, they're crying and everything, and you can't feel that baby teething time, and you just feel sorry for them. But
they have to go through the pain, right? They have to experience that.
Yes. So that's the comfort that you feel in the group, and the confidence that you get, so you know how you can make your reactions too, because that's when I was listening a lot to the inner circle and figuring out that's how they got more traffic, or how they shared their story in the right way to get people to attract to them, and, you know, just how to approach different decisions that you have to go through in your life. That is definitely something that you can gain confidence in, I guess, in my chapter in the Superwomen, and the different activities that we take you through will bring that out, that you will gain confidence in those decisions and things that you have to go through in life to figure that out on your own.
Yeah, I think you said something really powerful that I want to focus and zone in on, is that home base. And I know a lot of us are in different industries or different niches, and we have different passions, and we have different projects on the go, and, you know, we're starting something new, or we're changing something, or there's, you know, there's so many different directions that you can go with your online brand, right? There's so many different directions that you can go, and it's really awesome to see a place where you have this safe zone. You have this place where you can always come back to, no matter, no matter if you went down this path or you went down this path, whatever path you are following, one thing remains constant, is the fact that you are a Superwoman, is the fact that you can connect with this community, that you're welcome, that you're loved, that you're appreciated for everything that you are, and not for, the things that you do. So it's really, really awesome that you highlighted that, because I think it's really important, and it's hard to find. It's really hard to find.
Yeah, it's a tough line that you have to make when you're promoting, and that cross promotion is so tricky, and you're like, I want to go in this group and recruit the whole team to my team, you know, and that's how a lot of people feel in this industry. And you have to say, wait a second, it's a relationship. Tell us what you're doing, but understand there's a relationship we have here. We always have promotions. We always have certain things that we're going on, everything's we want to get money from. We have the relationship, where we are in our lives, and how we're all moving together in the same direction. Because we're going to feel that it's not mean women here, it's understanding where our focus is. And we all should have the same focus, that we're all trying to help each other grow in the same direction. And that will help keep our community strong, and keep, I would say, keep the love first, right? And not the mean women out in the process. So,
Yeah.
so true. And we've had to watch some of that and growing. That's the growing pains part, you know?
Yeah, and I think it's really it's actually not been that bad because of how much ownership the women feel towards the community. You know, it's a part of them. It's helped them in those moments when, you know, the only thing that they had was the Superwoman and a box of tissues, and you know, that was it. And so it's like, I must care for this space. I must nurture this space. And I think that that's really powerful for new women that are coming in to see that, you know, it doesn't matter what you're selling or what you're promoting, or it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. That what matters is the fact that we want to see you grow and be the best version of yourself, no matter what that path is in front of you. There is a way to make that more powerful. So yeah, really, really excited. Now, as far as the book goes, and getting to connect with some of these other women and some of these other authors around the world that you had the chance to partner up with, what was it like for you?
What was it like was really eye-opening. I mean, seeing how people made their decisions and the different experiences that they've had, going, I don't know if I would have done it that way. And it makes you think more boldly, and what is out there and what you have to look forward to and look ahead. Because there's so many different relationships that you find that I'm going, oh, I don't know if I would have done that, you know, and that's what learn that you can do more than you really think you can. It's just kind of that expanding your awareness and in the community of what people do. So yeah, definitely connect with everybody and their story, and you know, going, oh my goodness, they've been around so many places, or you know, things I haven't even heard. And that's what you learn and grow from everybody. And I think that's the exciting part of what you get from so many different aspects inside the book, is how there's so many different dynamics, makes it more powerful.
Yeah, and I totally agree. I think that expansion of our awareness, that being able to see things from other people's point of view, you know, and putting yourself into their shoes, putting yourself into their situation and circumstances, and asking yourself, what would I do in that situation? If I lost everything, if I was living on the streets, if I had no roof over my kid's head, what would I do? What would I pull from? What would decisions would I make? And it's really, really, you know, just a powerful experience to put yourself in those shoes and ask those questions. And you grow as a person, you grow as a woman, as a human being, from learning and tapping into all these stories. So I just think it's, you know, it's an infinite amount of knowledge that you're tapping into inside of these pages. And I'm really, really glad that you got to be a part of it with us, Alicia, because you've been there from the beginning. You know, it's been years. You know, we've seen this little baby grow and take their first steps and fall flat on their face and get back up and, you know, go into those awkward teenage years phase we're at right now. But I know that we're going forward. I know that we're progressing, and we're growing older and wiser as we go. So we're really excited that you're watching this right now. Make sure that you get plugged into the book. Make sure that you get plugged into the community too. You want to see what's on the inside. You want to meet these women. We are a unified tribe of thousands of women around the world who are here to inspire you and lift you up and truly help you to be the best version of yourself possible. So thanks, Alicia. Appreciate it.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Awesome. Awesome. Well, take care, guys. Peace.